Russia makes U-turn, backs China-Pakistan economic corridor, India alarmed. Why is Russia keen to join hands with Pakistan over CPEC? What is the significance of Gwadar port for Russia? How the strategically significant Gwadar port is flip-flopping the calculations of India, China and Russia. Are we witnessing downward trend in India-Russia relationship? GS Paper 2, Effect of Policies and Politics of Developed and Developing Countries on India's Interests, Indian Diaspora. What is the context about? Russia had denied media reports that it wanted to be involved in China-Pakistan economic corridor, but now wants to link it with its own projects. Russia has not only fully backed the project, but also plans to link it with its own Eurasian Economic Union project. According to a report, the U-turn made by Russia has alarmed Indian policymakers, who have sought to isolate Pakistan on the issue of terrorism. Why is Russia keen to join hands with Pakistan over CPEC? Russia has always dreamed of gaining access to the warm waters of Arabian Sea. The recent cordiality ensued between Russia and Pakistan can play a great role in increasing Gwadar's importance. Therefore, if relations between Russia and Pakistan are solidified even further, it would allow the two countries to increase their volumes in trade quite significantly. What is the significance of Gwadar port for Russia? Access to the warm waters of Arabian Sea through Gwadar means a huge deal for the Russian businessmen and military alike, as Gwadar is not only a deep-sea port with enormous commercial potential, but also has considerable naval bearings as well. Russian businessmen can export and import their goods towards African and other Asian states through Gwadar, thereby giving them the leverage of exploring new markets and improving their failing economic conditions. Russian military can utilize the refueling and maintenance facilities at Gwadar, if an understanding is forged between the navies of the two countries. If Russia is able to use Gwadar port's naval facilities, it can project itself onto the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, further in the Indian Ocean towards the east and so forth. Are we witnessing downward trend in India-Russia relationship? Earlier this year, India was disturbed by Russia's decision to hold its first ever joint military exercise with Pakistan, days after URI terror strike. At the BRICS Goa summit in October, Russia chose not to help India publicly name Pakistan-based terrorist outfits like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed in the official declaration, given Chinese resistance. Russia continues to insist that its ties with Pakistan will not come at India's cost. However, it contends that since India moved closer to the United States over the last few years, it should not complain about Russian cooperation with Pakistan. While Russia wants to use the Taliban to defeat Islamic State in the region, India wants any engagement with Taliban to respect the internationally recognized red lines. Strategic affairs experts say that Moscow may no longer see India as a reliable friend and partner, and is challenging India's core interests by making common cause with its enemies in the north. How the strategically significant Gwadar port is flip-flopping the calculations of India, China and Russia. Gwadar is warm water, deep-sea port on the Arabian Sea. It is located in the middle of South Asia, Central Asia and West Asia at the mouth of the Persian Gulf, just outside the Straits of Hormuz. The port was officially leased to China for 43 years, until 2059. On return after the lease period, it will be Pakistan's second naval base. Located strategically at the tail of the corridor, yet at the confluence of most of the world's oil-producing states, Gwadar automatically becomes one of the largest transshipment ports. It is envisaged to have an international airport, crude oil refineries and the ability to dock larger ships, turning it into a robust trade and transportation hub. Owing to all these reasons, China is developing CPEC and Russia is keen to get access to warm waters of Arabian Sea. And all these developments are against the interest of Indian policymakers. Thus Gwadar port is flip-flopping the calculations of India, China, and Russia.